I'm going to Anthrocon 2025! It's not going to take 10 hours to drive there! Will I survive the drive? Only one way to find out. Let's go! But wait, Dave, I hear you people asking, does that mean that you're a furry?
No, not yet. But I do like protogens. They're like a cat, but they're a robot, and it's sitting on a keyboard. This thing eats RAM for breakfast, all part of a nutritious diet. So hey, watch as my opinion changes from a little bit to a lot of bit. So, second verse, same as the first. Let's go! That's Pittsburgh. Holy shit, that thing's big. Okay, I'm already scared. There's already a homeless man next to me. Help. And we have finally arrived. I'm just waiting for these bastards to let me in. I don't have the code. And there we go. Welcome to this hellhole. And we already got the tunes and boosted. Let's go. And for the next few days, this is gonna be my hellhole. And this is where all my shit's gonna be. Just get enough bunk bed to lay my head down. After a long rest, I'm ready for some food. I'm ready for some drinking. I'm ready to use the bathroom. I'm ready to relax. Because the next few days, it's gonna be crazy. Well, it is bright and early the very next day, and I tell you what, I got the killer hangover, but my God, what a fun night in general. Walking over here on the streets because, God forbid, trying to drive anywhere in the city at all. But still looking absolutely beautiful, though. Got all these trees and nice ghost skyline in the background, once it's not being covered up by the trees. Absolutely phenomenal. Up there in the mountaintop, where all the nice little richy-toity people get to live. So hope you all are having a good morning. My day's just getting started. This is officially day one of Anthrocon. Enjoy. Okay. We have finally made it to the Anthrocon convention, and my God, this is absolutely amazing. What an entrance, and my God, what a driving experience. I didn't know where the hell I was. I had my buddy over here help me out to come find me, and it is mind-boggling. I'm just glad to finally be here. Let's go tear some shit up by waiting in line. Right. Well, you know, it's funny because, like, you know, I heard that you were saying, like, yeah, the line is super long, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, you know, maybe it will work out if I just go a little bit later and stuff like that in general, because, I mean, look at this now. Oh, do what I want.
80% of them are IT. This is what's running the internet system.
Pretty much. You know, what would we have about our nuclear arsenal if not for the furries?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Eisenhower. See, now that's a good protogen. One of these days. So, what's the main reason for even doing this Anthrocon event? Well, it's been primarily because friends invited me. We had about 5-6 of us all kind of get in a big group, and I've never been to a con before in general. So I thought I'd go check it out. I'm a big advocate of being a first time for everything. The problem is that this is not exactly my cup of tea, one might say. You know, I mean, look, I think most people can tell by just looking around at the type of people that are here in general and the types of suits that you're experiencing, that it's not exactly your cream of the crop type of human beings in general, but they all seem to be having fun regardless. They seem to be doing their own thing, and they can have fun while doing it. And at the end of the day, I guess that's what it's all really about. As far as I'm concerned, I'm getting back to the Airbnb and doing some more drinking, having fun with the friends, and partying out. But you know what, overall, it's a very weird first-time experience. But it's still FurCon, it's Anthrocon, it's what I expected. And you know what, everyone's just having fun. You know, and as much as it is, even some of the most normal-looking people at the same time have these $10,000 headsets that seem to be going on at the same time and having amazing kind of technology and photography and you know, sewing abilities and all that stuff is absolutely amazing. You know, even I took part in a panel of looking at some of the photography lessons that they were trying to teach people, and all the different ideas of bracketing and your luminescence and your ISP levels and all that fun stuff. But
keep going, you hit these mountains. You keep going, you hit the train. So that kind of is how you can read that picture. Now, it may not be pleasing for everyone. It's pleasing for me. I take it. Also, that train flew by at like 70 miles an hour, and I had like a minute to get shot, so it was really cool. We'll come back to that picture later. Dog, mountains lead to the dog. Additionally, the mountains and the sky create a contrast at that lower third or upper line, and then that sideways line, the dog lines up a bit. Go on.
I mean, yeah, we still have 2-3 more days of this going on, so it's not over yet. I still have a lot more to experience, and with more friends here at the same time. So hopefully we can all get along and keep having fun, because this is exhausting and mentally exhausting. I don't know how else to put it, but, well, I'm at a loss for words. So hope you all are enjoying the video as it is, because my God, this is a trip worth doing at least once. And back onto the escalators.
Join the Helldivers. Become part of an elite peacekeeping force. See exotic new life forms.
So I'm finally back, and I'm about to go get back in the Airbnb, have some fun with the friends, and enjoy myself. But what are my first thoughts on the first day of Anthrocon? Well, let me just say this. I'm not very much into it.
Now hold up there, partners. Little does this scholarly, beautiful man know that this is all going to change. Day 1 was also directly after the night with a 10-hour drive and heavy adult beverages. This young little ram chip of a motherboard has yet to see the world. Watch as these views change over time. And if you are enjoying, please do comment down below if you maybe spotted yourself in any of the footage. But alright, enough talk. Like and subscribe, and back to the video.
You know, but I'm a strong advocate of trying everything at least once. How can you say you don't like something, or if you do like something, if it's been fun or not, if you've never been there? You know, honestly, if you haven't, you may as well just say, shut the hell up. You know, you haven't been there. You know, if you know and feel like you wouldn't like it, then, you know, hey, go experience it once yourself and you can do it. It's only like 50 bucks for the ticket anyway, or like 80 bucks, not even for the ticket. So it's not that expensive. If you're nearby, it's a cool event, a lot of cool people. I've probably made like a good 2 or 3 new friends of just talking to random people there at the convention. Just good conversations, got some good Discord contacts, and, you know, really hit it up and just really talked about how we got here, our lives and jobs and stuff like that, and, you know, what brought us to Anthrocon and what we're doing here. You know, it's been really fun, but definitely not my slice of tea, not my slice of cake, whatever the hell you want to call it, but it's the environment. That's what I'll say. It's the environment. It's fun. Everyone there, again, is super friendly. Even like some of the most unbecoming individuals you may meet out there can sometimes be the nicest, most down-to-earth and intellectual people. Like, let's be real here. Furries basically run your entire IT department of the world. You know, hey, who's going to launch the nukes if you don't have the furries ready there to program them? So, you know, it is what it is. So, you know what? It's only day 1. I'm excited to see what the other 2 to 3 days are going to hold. Until then, I have some drinking, I have some friends, and I have some things to do. So you know what? Let's get out there. Have fun, DigiDs. See you on day 2. DigiDs, they follow me everywhere I go. I tell you what, these God-forsaken birds. I hate them. I hate them. Some of you have been subscribed for a while. You know that I have a thing about birds. Little bastards. Yeah, hiss at you too, little bastard. Geese. They're a problem everywhere. Little duck, duck, goose. Yeah, I wonder why the goose is the bad one out of that kid's game. Yeah, go figure. Anyway, train.
So, welcome to So You Want to Be Awake.
Yeah?
Who here is a full-fledged voice actor? Awesome, what have you done?
Men were often drunk before noon, and public urination was not uncommon. Yes, that is true. That is all true, yes. Or, at least that's what I told the security guard as they were kicking me out. Turns out some people just don't appreciate authentic reenactment. Who knew, right? Who knew?
Alright, Digities, we just got done doing the comedy club, and we also just got done learning all about voice acting. Not gonna lie, I don't know if I feel a little bit of pride or whatever it is, but I didn't really learn a whole lot from the voice acting lessons. It was, I think I kind of already know how to do that. I just need more opportunities, I suppose. But yay, just like with that being said though, in about 20 minutes here, there is a content creator and streamer meetup, which is I can be helping actually network with a whole bunch of other different people at the same time. See what kind of connections we can get. Maybe anyone's looking for voice acting work, maybe someone's just looking for people to play games with, or someone to write stories with. But you know, even this beyond just being Anthrocon and having fun with all the, well, quote-unquote furries and stuff like that, honestly, I think is a lot more about the different lessons, the different avenues, the different all this kind of stuff, all these different rooms full of things going on, learning about voice acting, learning about comedy, learning about networking, learning about programming, learning about sewing and making your own suit, everything underneath the sun. They have a lot of different lessons going on every single day, hundreds, if not thousands, of different kind of things going on. So even if you're not a furry, even if you're not anthro or whatever the hell you want to call any of this stuff, there's still a lot of things to learn, still a lot of different skill sets, and I think it's really educational. So hey, if you haven't been able to visit this year, maybe we'll see you next year, because God knows that this is really fun, and it's gonna be really good for networking. So I have about maybe 15 minutes left now to somehow go get some food in me and try to go to the networking event. We'll see what happens. See you there, Digities. Walking through the streets, hello Anthrocon, with all the degeneries. Hello, oh Jesus H Christ, okay. Okay, I see where I need to be now. Absolutely fucking Christ. Right, I gotta go down that fresh hell with all this gear on, huh? Okay, cool, awesome. Fuck. Alright, only one thing to do, and that is just go face it. Hello? Hell yeah. I never seen one of those actually in real life before. We got battle tanks. Brings us to our sponsor of today, World of Tanks. So this is supposed to be the content creator / streamer meetup, and my God, I tell you what, it's a little bit different from what I expected. It's a big hodgepodge of people in a big warehouse, pretty much. So it's interesting to see, nonetheless. But, you know, hey, let's see what kind of connections and networking we can really do around here, if anything. Well, that was pretty interesting. I got basically the kind of meetup for content creators, streamers, and all that fun crap. And honestly, I talked to quite a few people. You know, I talked to quite a few people, connected, friended a couple here on Discord, and you know, maybe when this video comes out here in the future, in about a week or two, whenever I'm done, you know, getting all the footage together and whatnot, you know, hey, hope to see you guys around. You'll see this video, know what I was talking about. But no, made some good friends, new Discord people, might be streaming with some new people. The whole point is that you're here to network and have fun and connect. So, you know, I liked it, but my God, hang on, I'm gonna show you, this is so funny. So you got like the fur parade on this left-hand side, right? You know, looks fine. And you got the content creator meetup over there on the right-hand side. Good crowd. I have no idea what the group that was supposed to be in the middle, Squad B, is absolutely dead. No one is there. Nothing has happened. It is very depressing. There was a group of like 10 people there before, just kind of walking around, and I think they just slowly migrated to over here instead. But, you know, hey, whatever works. But that is kind of the FurCon fur parade thing going on. You know, my God, that actually looks really cool though. Like if I zoom in on this, it's got stuff like a neon sword, a protogen mask going on. That's absolutely amazing. The artwork that goes into all this stuff is absolutely mind-boggling. How they even create half of this is just, I don't even know. And that's why their whole event's designed around the idea of literally just showing people how to create and craft some of these neon tubes and these different suits and different kind of, in general, just all the sewing work. It is amazing. It's been a lot of fun. So I, though, am about to walk straight into this fresh hell of the dealer's den, where God knows there are way too many people. Before, I was looking out there from above. Yeah, way too many people. But you know what the deal with it? Before, I was up over there on that sky bridge walking around. That's where I got that first footage from, up over there with those little ants. But let's go buy some stuff. I don't know what kind of apparel or things that they're gonna have really to sell here, but you know what? Let's do it. Let's see what it's all about. I'll even just go ahead and turn now as I keep on getting my muffled voice talking through my mask. Which, you know what, I suppose while we are turned around, I can take the mask down because You know, I don't really show my face. So the funny thing is, man, I've had my mask on and off all day today, basically, while I've been recording and walking around and trying not to suffocate. There have probably been more than enough people who, if they are here, could draw the lines and know what my face looks like at this point. Like I said in the before, it's not really anything that I try to keep a huge secret. I just feel like in terms of the channel lore, it doesn't make sense to show the face just yet, because it does have lore to it if I were to eventually. So, you know, I'm trying to keep it a little bit towards a actual moment of maybe when I'm a little bit more popular in that sense, of maybe get above like 50,000 or get above 100,000 subscribers. And then it might have a little bit more nuance to it, because if I do a face reveal now, even with it being a lore type thing, I mean, technically speaking, I need to get part 3 of the movie out, and then after part 3, it could make more lore sense of actually getting that stuff done. But you know what, until then, you're just gonna have to keep on waiting. So let's walk around and see what the hell's going on. Man, we got kinds of stalls out here who are selling books, their own coloring books, their own, what the hell did I say? Okay, never mind, let's not look at that one. They, goddamn, they got stuff over here like selling play mats and like desk mats and stuff like that. About $80 for some of this stuff, looking absolutely phenomenal. Some great artwork overall. I know I just bought one earlier. I bought another desk mat that had like some good like Dungeons and Dragons kind of vibes to it. I love myself some good old books and dice and scrolls and stuff like that, making you feel like you're out there in the medieval. You got everything all the way down to just pins, stickers. You got everything all the way up to tails and scalies and armbands. You got everything over here to general artwork, which actually is one of the mouse pads I ended up buying, was actually one of these. Ended up getting them. You'll probably see it later on when I get home, all that fun stuff. More shirts, more merchandise, more everything all the way around. They got everything from dogs to raccoons to, well, actually not a whole lot of cats. Not seeing a whole lot of cats, but they got a lot of protogens and eagles and birds and goddamn basically every single animal underneath the frickin' sun. And there is a surprising amount of children that people have brought here, which I think is a little bit odd, but you know, hey, it is what it is, I suppose. It's a little bit kind of exposing them and stuff, but whatever. They got like furry trash up over there on that side. Looking good. Tech H621. I'm pretty sure that is a porn site. Great, just put that there on a shirt, why don't you? Awesome. Furries, what can you say? I'm going to circle back around and see what's going on over in this direction. I see some Dungeons and Dragons kind of content now. That might be something I'm actually interested in. You know, I don't really give a damn about most of this furry crap, but you know, any D&D, damn it, never been bamboozled again. It's Pokemon. Son of a bitch. Why is it always Pokemon? There's way too many Pokemans out there. Jesus H. Christ. Look at this. They got tails for sale. $75 for a small snubby one, $300 for one of these big tails, $200 for the big fluffies, and of course they're all in the size of a rainbow. Rat tails for like $300, $150 for these big poofy ones as well. No wonder furries are always complaining about their fursuits being way too expensive. Jesus, I mean, I don't understand how it can be that expensive. Where's my Dungeons and Dragons at? Come on, I mean, next you got extra little fur heads and more stickers along the way. Absolutely looking phenomenal, boy, walking on through. See, now that's what I love to see. Some good old wizardry. I'm trying. Good, sir. Sorry, I don't know. He nodded at me and I felt intimidated for a second. I had to nod back. Just carry on. Literal furry porn right there. Jesus, okay. I don't know if I can even show that on YouTube, but you know, hey, too late now at this point. Ryle, blur it immediately. Okay. A lot of femboys around. A lot of femboys. A lot of... God, no, now that's looking good. Hell yeah. I'm still on a search here, just trying to find anything Dungeons and Dragons related. I want to try to find dice. I want to see if I can find anything to do with wizard hats. I think I saw a little bit of something around here before, but I've just been so distracted looking at everything else. It's hard to keep an eye on anything. I have finally found it. I have finally found what I've been looking for. No, not the leather mask. The dice. The dice and pouches. I've been looking everywhere for something like this. And the funny thing is, I think I even walked by here literally asking for something like this. Confusing what they got the masks here. I'm mostly here for the dice. And the hats. I gotta look at these hats. Oh, I gotta be buying something here. And there we have it. I actually managed to buy myself some dice and a dice bag at the same time. What's really cool is that not only is this just a dice bag, where, you know, you can get your different kinds of dice and pull them out with one hand. Yeah, very barely. Come on, pull it out. And it gives us some nice, beautiful dice going along the way. And of course, I pull out the pink one. Where are all the other cool ones? I got a number of them. Got a good number of them. Got a nice runic kind of like focus. Damn you, focus. It's kind of focusing, not really well, but got a nice little kind of runic amber red looking dice as well. Pull it a little bit further away from the camera. I like it. It does really well. And oh Jesus, got it all on my hands already. But you know what? The thing is though, this thing actually pulls out into a giant dice bowl. Where you can actually roll your dice as well at the same time and actually spread it out and go out a little bit. So, you know, I got a few dice at the same time, but works out well. So not only is the dice bag, but also acts as a dice bowl to actually go roll your dice into. The whole thing costs, not gonna lie, it was about it cost about like $150, which is way too expensive just for some dice in a bag, but you know, whatever. This is basically a touristy kind of attraction regardless, so you know, everyone's gonna be overcharging the hell out of stuff. But I also got a whole bunch of shirts, that's all in my backpack, and all that fun stuff. So taking a moment and taking a moment before I go back out and waste more money. I'm getting hot, I'm getting sweaty. I'm starting to get hungry as I keep on pulling this mask down and looking weird. But you know what? I think I'm about ready to go get some food, relax a little bit, and I don't know, I might be calling it here in maybe an hour or two, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what other events are going on. This thing goes all the way until like 11:30 or like 11 o'clock at night, so it keeps on going. We'll see what happens. So it looks like they have a whole bunch of photography going on with all the different kind of fur personas of sorts, and this looks like it might be deer. Jesus H. Christ, that is a lot. I think they just had like trash pandas over there, now they got a whole bunch of antlers, and how they're having people over here on this side. I have no idea what's going on. But what a great sense of community, at least. That's about all I can really say to it. That's all I can really say. I think they got a whole bunch of canines over on this side, a bunch of dogs, and I don't even know what you'd call them anymore. I can already see one in particular. It's a nightmare fuel straight through the crowd, looking at us. You know, honestly, your guess is the best as mine. You just throw it down in the comments down below. Educate me on what the fuck is even going on here, because I'm far removed from all this bullshit. But that's still, at the end of the day, it's fun, and I'm very confused.
And they're bringing some serious bass house energy. Catch them live in Pittsburgh this Friday night. Let's get it.
And just like that, it is now day 3 of Anthrocon 2025, and I've been having a good time. I was real late last night. You guys may be seeing in the footage. I was just raving, having fun, and all doing all that stuff all up to about 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm pretty exhausted at this point. Still a lot more going on right behind me. You can see all the people inside there. But you know what? I have a few objectives here today. In general, I think in about like 10 minutes here, there's intermediate for streamers, so I want to go find out what kind of new programs and kind of systems, overlays, and kind of other systems that they're using for streaming, try to help elevate the streams a little bit there for you guys. I'm working on getting a 3D avatar for my character as well. But over than that, I think around 1 or 2 p.m. there's basics on rocket science, which is absolutely phenomenal. I work over in aerospace in general, and so I'd love to learn a little bit more about it. But over that, I think there's also basic editing, or no, advanced editing classes that are going to be happening. So I'm going to be finding out what more I can do, and I'm going to try to give Ryle, my editor, a run for his money. Maybe I can learn a thing or two, but we'll see. I'll probably be recording a lot of it, just so I can go look back on it in the future. But you know what? Enough said. I say let's go. I got to go to the intermediate for streamers. Had it.
And then as I mentioned before, I have the user profile image that I overlay onto a scene in my OBS. So all I have to do is press a button on my stream deck, it automatically triggers a shout out, and it shows their profile image in the game they're playing on my stream. If you've not installed Seribot, please install Seribot.
Yes. Absolutely.
Like, I remember when the big hate followers were turning around, like what, 2 summers ago?
Oh my gosh.
It was bad.
Just had myself a really good panel learning all about the streaming aspects of just kind of learning all the new tools and new assets. And you know what? It's been kind of inspirational in general, because I almost feel like, you know, when I first get back, I'm going to have to be editing a lot of this video and helping out and all that fun stuff. But, you know, I almost feel like taking just a small break and trying to get myself a whole bunch of assets and come at the streaming with like a new format, you know? I mean, I want to get like a VTuber thing going on with my character. I want to get interactions. I want to be able to get, you know, like interactables in general on stream, like confetti things going on, squish mechanics, redeemables and stuff like that. A lot of these things don't become available until you are affiliate. But the thing is, I need to get some automation bots, and you know, I've been trying my best, but at the same time, that's a little bit of a lie, because look, my best, it's not always the best. You know, you feel like you're trying, but you always feel like, you know, you can put in more effort. You know, and that's what it's really all about. You know, I need to get these bots going. I need to get the automation going. I need to get the interactables going. I want to have more things and stuff for the streamers, or, you know, for the streamees, the viewers. That's the word I'm looking for. But, you know, I want to do some more stuff, more interactives for you guys. You know, that's what it's all about. I like to have fun on stream. That's what it's all about. You know, I'm not doing this because I want to be some rich boy someday. I do it because it's fun. It's what I feel the passion for. I like playing games. I like doing new events. I like doing new things. And, you know, I think it's about time I get off my ass, pretty much, to put it in perspective. Just get off my ass and just start doing it. So I'm going to have to. And it might take a little bit of time to do. It might take a couple weeks, few weeks. We'll see how it goes. But who knows even when this video is going to be done and released anyway. I'm going to try to get it done within like a week or two. But we'll see how that goes. There's a lot of footage. There's a lot of partying. There's a lot of B-roll footage. A lot of random clips. And hold up. 1 second. A little bit of autism time. Hang on. When I swap around, I love that. I love infrastructure, just looking at the inside of all that stuff in general, looking at all the different steel cables that go all the way up to feel and keep all of the tension going in like one giant cable there at the end. It's basically how steel bridges and stuff like that are made. I know. a little bit of a break there just because I've been loving it. But you know, I think after that interaction, I want to connect some more. I want to build up a little bit more of a community. I want to get some more interactables for you guys. So hey, feel free to drop some suggestions out there in the Discord over there. Join on up. Feel free to join into the Twitch channel and all that, because not only just Twitch channel, but I dual stream both on YouTube and Twitch, so it goes both ways. It's not just about being a Twitch streamer. It's about just being a streamer in general. It's about being a content creator in general. And I also want to stream a lot more as well. You know, a lot of the days when I come home from work or whatever, I'm not really doing a whole lot. I might be editing, I might be recording and doing that stuff. But let's be real here, it doesn't really take all that long, especially nowadays that I'm paying my editor more to do a lot of that regular footage and stuff like that. What kind of excuse do I really have? Like, I can record and do stuff like on a Monday, Tuesday, easy. But why don't I stream on a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday? You know, I can keep Sunday for myself or something like that. But there's some days I should probably be streaming a lot more. Even if it's only for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, something short. Not every stream has to be a 6, 8, 12-hour endeavor of just trying to sweat your ass through all of it. So, you know, leave your suggestions in the comments down below, over in the Discord and all that fun stuff. Give your links and I'd really appreciate it. I'll definitely see you guys on the better side. How many times have I said that now? I feel like every single video I'm signing off on, but I don't need to. Anyway, well, have fun, as I'm barely out of frame. Alright, great recordings.
So coming over here in Anthrocon 2025, what are kind of like the main aspects and reasons for coming? Has it been for friends, the community, or any certain panels?
I think I came here for was honestly just the meets, and also just so I can debut my first fursuit. Like, this is my first ever time shooting in public, so it's kind of a little fun event.
And speaking of like the events and stuff like that, have there been any specific panels that you've really found interesting, or any kind of other events that are going on that you've found interesting?
The only events I've really gone to are the Guilty Gear Stripe tournament with Cheer on My Friend, the Mannequin meetup because fish,
right,
and the Spirit Panda meetup because, well, she's the one that made my tube.
Well, fantastic. And you know, and speaking of just kind of like the suits in general, I mean, how have you found a lot of the representation here? I know there are a lot of different kinds of animals, a lot of different anthrocons, a lot of different, you know, fursonas and stuff like that. I mean, how have you kind of found the welcomeness of it all?
It's just been amazing overall. Every community I've been in has just been amazing. Like, all of the species are just incredible. So much detail, love, and effort put into it. Like, even like just walking around the con and just seeing like all the different creative badges people has is just amazing. I love it.
And then just two last questions here real quick. You know, I wanted to touch on real quick, what kind of efforts have you actually gone through to make this suit? You know, looking at it more carefully, all the straps, the fur in general, I know they can get super expensive or make them personally. What's kind of been your trip with making this?
I did not make this. I commissioned Spirit Panda, but the suit cost around $10,000. I just had to send in a duct tape dummy and got it all set.
Oh boy. I mean, you know, that's fair. You know, I spend all my money on gear and computers and stuff like that. So, you know, people spend theirs on suits. So, you know, more power to you. And just kind of finishing off, what is going to be like your main goal? What is like your main reason behind coming here? Anything specific that you wanted to achieve?
Honestly, just meeting up with a lot of people I've met on Discord. That's just been the main part of it. Discord, VR chat, just trying to meet up with a whole bunch of people.
Oh, I know it, because I particularly made a VR chat video. I've been joining a whole bunch of people on Discord. I came here with like 5 or 6 other dudes all from Discord as well. So it's all about making those friends in the community. So
exactly.
Thank you for your time, and greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
So I've noticed a lot of photographers around at the event in general. Is it more of a hobby, a job, do you get commissions, or is it mostly just kind of for fun?
I think for a lot of people, it's just to like build like networking opportunities and things like that. Like just meet a lot of the people around the event. Mostly what I've been doing is just like pretty much like using it as like an icebreaker to talk to people, because this is like my first con. I'm kind of like new to the area, new to like the fandom and stuff like that, going to these events.
Well, I mean, right off that topic as well, you know, as I've been making videos, it's been a little bit difficult trying to just cold approach people and say hello. I mean, have you found it kind of difficult to say, you know, hey, you want to take photos or anything like that, or?
Yeah, I do have like troubles with that as well, because like usually I'm a pretty like introverted person, like in general, so it's kind of hard to just be like, oh yeah, like let me just take a picture of you, because usually you need consent for that sort of thing, and some people might not be happy with it. Especially with like in the real world with like people, you always have to be like cautious of like what you're filming and stuff. But I find that like a lot of furries are actually like pretty like fine with like you just coming up and taking pictures. Like they have the fursuits, they would rather you like take pictures of them.
Well, especially with how much they cost in general, you know, they're kind of almost here and halfway to, you know, be themselves, but also to show off of their work and all that stuff, and also the commissions that they've had people make things for them. But overall, have you had any complications in trying to like bring your equipment, or overall just trying to get like permissions for any of this stuff, or has it just been kind of smooth sailing, signing up like everybody else?
I mean, overall, I think like there's certain like guidelines you gotta follow, like don't take pictures of this, or I know like one of them was like about like interviews, and they were kind of like, I'm sure you have like all the permissions for it and stuff. So.
Yeah, you always got to get that yes, you know, yes sir, yes ma'am, for kind of format to it all, because you want to make sure they're okay with it.
Overall, yeah, they've been pretty fine with it. No, I just kind of went around taking pictures, and I haven't had like a complaint once. I give out like business cards to people so they can like make sure they can get like photos and stuff like that.
Right. And you know, exactly on that last topic and last question, I mean, are there any specific places where you post these kind of photos? Instagram, YouTube? Do you do your own kind of like social things, or?
I would say like the main thing for photographers, and something I just found out like kind of recently, is Fur Tracker. That's pretty much the primary place where you upload like photography photos of like fursuiters and stuff like that. what I do, like personally, is I usually have like a Telegram channel that I like post all my pictures. Every time I give like a business card to like someone, has like a little QR code in there, and they can find like all the information that they need. Like it has my contacts, it has my fur tracker, but it also has like the channel where you can scan up the QR code. I usually feel like that's the most like convenient for people, but if people want to go on like other platforms, there is that as well. It's about just giving people as many options as they can to like find the pictures.
Well then, as a last sign off, where are the locations where they can find you? I
would say you could do Fur Tracker Rump. There's Rump Stuff, RUMPSTS, or RUMPSTUFFS. That's my Telegram channel, and then Telegram is Rump as well. But yeah, no.
Perfect.
And with that interview done and over with, I think I'm finally ready to go home. I've been spending the better part of like 90 minutes straight trying to find a good photographer to interview about the complications of trying to get things set up here over in that. But you know what? We've got some good interviews with people about their fursuits, about the complications of trying to get here and connect and interact with people and network. But you know what? I really hunted for that one. I really hunted to get those photographers. They've been really busy. A lot of these people are commissioned. You know, they're on the job. They don't always have time to talk to you and give the time of day, even if it's just a few minutes for like 4 or 5 questions. But he was a really good guy. The Rump, I think his name was, this is just like 1 minute afterwards. So you know what? I'll make sure to be putting those socials up on screen. And thank you, Mr. Rump, if you're seeing this in the future. And I greatly appreciate it. And I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to cool down. And again, just like every other night, look, I'm over here basically having a good time in Pittsburgh. I'm ready to go home and drink again. Because I don't know how much I will, because I still got a 10-hour drive tomorrow night. So honestly, I might just say screw the last day and just get on home so I can have some time to put all this footage together. But if you do, some of the footage that you might end up seeing is either random tidbits of going around the city, there back at the Airbnb, or me bitching about trying to get home on the drive. I did not want to go through Chicago again. All right, if there's been any motto of today, it's screw Chicago. And thank you to everybody who's been so helpful with all the interviews. Thank you to everybody who's been super helpful in the great welcoming community. And I better stop the video now before I get that copyright strike, because I don't know who or what music this is, but they're blasting it. Hell yeah, let's go.
Well, Sunday morning, I'm ready to go home. It's been a long, fun journey. I don't even have my mask on right now. My hair is all undone. But you know what? I think I'd like to come back next year. It's been grand. I've been enjoying it. The best I can really say so far. I'm sure there'll be a closing out thoughts at the end of this video after the drive, but everything here has been a super enjoyable experience. Everything here has been a very first time for me. Meeting all these people for the first time, going to my very first con ever, spending almost $1,000 here, some on the Airbnb, and $550 just at the dealer's den of buying merchandise alone. It's all been really fun with all the different events, panels, and lots to learn, and people I've met and networked with along the way. So hey, let's get on home while I still have the energy to do it. See you there. Goodbye, Pittsburgh Bridge. Lost the 4th of July fireworks from here and nearly ate shit trying to jump over this median and falling over the middle of the goddamn highway, but nice to see you too one final time. What a nice bridge. What a nice absolute terrain and a hilltop to be driving past to say one last goodbye. Not gonna lie, a little teary-eyed. It was fun out here. Kind of sucks to leave it all behind and go back to my cornfields. Oh well. Home sweet home. Fuck.
So, honestly, what have I learned over my trip over the Anthrocon? I went there for at least 3.5 full days, and I think there's a lot of things that can be said. Your preconceptions of going to something that you think you may not like can really ruin your opinion of it even when first arriving there. When I first came, I wasn't all that into it. And well, you may have noticed there near the end that I was crying when I was leaving. I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of nice people. I connected with a lot of people. I went to panels for Twitch streaming, content creator, meetups, Discord meetups. I learned about rocket engineering. I learned about photography, video editing. I met with people. I got out there, met thousands of other people out there in the area, and just communicate and have a grand old time. Even walking the streets of Pittsburgh, I talked to some old dudes that were walking in the middle of the night after 4th of July and stuff like that. It was eye-opening. I really went out of my bubble. My first con ever. First time driving that far ever. First time meeting up with real people over Discord ever. It was an eye-opening experience. Not to repeat myself, but at the very start, I was like, oh, I don't know about these people. They're degenerates. It's not my cup of tea. And then near the end, I'm literally getting even a little bit teary-eyed talking about this now, trying to keep it in. It was a grand experience that I hope to do again in the future. If things all line up, I would love to go again next year, or to any other cons, anime cons, conventions, other things going on. I'd love to have more of an experience with it all. So hey, to everybody I interviewed out there, to everybody that I met, and to everybody that may have seen yourselves in the video, please comment down below on how you enjoyed it all. A huge thank you, and I cannot express more than enough the appreciation I've had for everyone along the way. So, Dave, are you a furry now? I don't know if I go that far, but I do have some apparel. I did buy some things, did buy some stickers, and I did spend $550 on basically buying everything underneath the sun there. So hey, it was worth it. Let's pick that up later. It was worth it. I have a lot more shirts even sitting behind the camera that I hope to wear in the future, and I have already worn. So thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for allowing me to have this experience. Thank you to the furry and Anthrocon environment and community in general. Thank you to people over on VR chat where I first met some of these guys to help me go get the Airbnb and all have fun together. And in general, I've already said it enough, but thank you. So make sure to see you guys in the next video. Thank you, and bye-bye.